See this beautiful picture? It's got something I want to read that just really made so much sense that I wanted to do that. So I'm gonna go to the page and get to the print, but I wanted you to see the picture is what I was talking about. It's going to be in a very interesting upcoming times, people. Keep your hums about you. Okay, I'm going to print now. Alright. Now, let me see if I can say it. It's from Blantyre, Alberta, Canada. The closest mountains are Rundle on the right of the smaller of the Tunnel Mountain on the left. They know them as the Sleeping Buffalo. The legend that when time is past and time is right, the mountain will move and the sleeper will awaken. Buffaloes mean prayer. Now that's coming from me. I'll try not to interrupt more of this thing here. It will be a signal that the buffaloes are returning to the plains. Many religious espouse an apocalyptic vision for the world that must surely come before we settle into paradise. And that may be the case. Maybe things have to fail before we can pick ourselves up again in the right ways. I have no problem with my faith, creed, or ideology as long as it's man's purpose to ease the suffering of the children of men. If not, then what good is it? We live in interesting times. I've learned from a future cookie that it is a curse. I feel it's a blessing. We have many opportunities to serve like never before. Our connectiveness, which many decry as a form of disconnection, is doing something really remarkable. It's teaching us deeper and deeper compassion. It's tearing down the walls that keep us apart. A neighbor can now live halfway across the world, and our hearts will cry for them in their need and laugh in their triumphs. It's really quite beautiful. There's a lot of challenges coming. Those of us who live in the so-called first world countries will have some adapting to do before it all plays itself out. And that's okay. We live like futuristic royalty anyway. Even the poorest of us, comparatively speaking. And maybe, just maybe, some small lady or fellow will figure us out in the headlong rush we're in. This dependence on extreme energy gathering and burning that seems pretty great when running smoothly and pretty horrific when it fails. But there is no reason to fear. Perhaps yes. Perhaps mourn, yes, but fear no. The world is breathtakingly beautiful. We appreciate far less than we could. And that's a cause for sadness, and probably the greatest reason that we don't respect the earth as much as we could, don't love the planet as much as we should. A lot of people think everything is okay as long as they're making money. Don't worry about those people. They aren't worth arguing or getting annoyed over. They're just trying to care for their families and got a little blindsided along the way. It happens to the best of us. This reality is the way we live today is not okay. The reality is that The reality is the way we live is not okay. This is not a value judgment, it's a science call. It's simply unsustainable and something's got to give, either the ecosystem or us. I think it should be us. I believe that if everyone who reads this, in an intention to actively speak their representatives and friends for a better energy solution, better research, and more responsibility towards our lands and water, that the world would rapidly change for the better. There is a fear that if we get off the heroin drip of oil, something horrible will happen to the economy. Well, who on earth do you think is selling that idea? Who gains to lose? We already have the technology available to wean ourselves off the petrochemicals, and nuclear power, and develop an entirely new economy and job system, we will be okay. We don't have to invent anything new, we just have to use what's already available. We have to grow up. And that means we have to find delight, magic, joy, and wisdom in our hearts. As I have always said, hope was never naively just as cynicism never was wisdom. Hope is the intelligent people do. Hope is what the intelligent people do. Hope is what the elders teach. Hope combined with faith is the most powerful transformative power in the world. I hope you choose to be happy. I hope you're not alone. I hope you will be the change we do so desperately need. And I have the faith in all these things. If the world we know it is to end, then let's let it end in an explosion of joy and celebration, a flowering of better and better days. If the sleeping buffalo is going to awaken, then let's give the returning herds a free world in which to roam. Let our spirits and their roam together. Let our spirits and theirs roam together in a world made more beautiful than we found it. When it's our time to leave, this we can do, I know, because I have hope and faith, and I can see if I allow myself, and let me tell you, it's pretty nice. Okay, the words are from Aaron Pasquetti, Paquette, from Facebook. Now I want to cry. I had met Geronimo's grandson once, and he said there's 2 mountains that'll fall before the biggest earth change comes. I don't know if they're rattling or not right now or that, but hey, wasn't that a pretty picture? Makes a lot of sense to me. We got to get off the oil. We have to get out of the way that man has put us into damnation. It's just gone on too long and too far. I wish my voice wasn't so thick, but for some reason it is. I don't know if it's from the rain outside or what. But I had to come inside, it was raining. And I really just wanted to share that with everybody, because it's just a beautiful thing. Native Americans, we believe that the power of prayer is very important, and the buffalo is one of the messengers that helps to provide taking that prayer and putting it up to the grandfather, the great source in the sky. And so that's what brings tears to my eyes, because I've been in a lot of ceremonies and done a lot of prayers, seen a lot of things, made a lot of things happen. And basically this is what we need to happen. We need to have no fear. We need to get better with our idea of how we do create, manifest, and use energies. I mean, it's not as hard as some people might want to think. It's just so obscure because we haven't been taught. We've been taught that we don't want to know about it. That our own inner strengths, it's no idol outside of us, it's no gods, it's no goddesses. It's all a conglomerate of energies. So you can have a horrid here, a sweet here, sad here. I mean, that's how our days go. At least that's how my day goes. There is not one definite occurrence that happens, okay? Like the tears, I didn't know I was going to, just even think about the prayers and the buffaloes and the white buffalo and all the other white animals that have been born to try to help provide the peace, love, and the joy and the prayers that Mother Earth deserves, not us. We're just the messengers between heaven and earth. And some messengers we can be. But the way that it's been going is everybody's been wanting to ascend and get their spiritual light bodies on, and it's a continual cycle of removing the crap so the light can come in. It's like my little solar panels in the back. Unless the true right sun comes in, that little light won't shine in the night. And I'll tell you what, lately we have not had enough sun. Even with the clear skies, etc., only every so often will that light come on, because it's not getting full agenda at the source, okay? And it has nothing to do with winter, spring, summer, or fall. It has to do because the chemtrails and things that are eliminating the true other ultraviolets or whatever else that happen to happen. It's all getting filtered out to the point where we're just not getting adequate anything from those cosmic variances, no matter what they are. I'm really over clouds and fog and chemtrails. Okay, 2 a.m. I did see a clear sky and some stars and stuff. That was really cool. It's just been an amazing adventure on this Mother Earth. We've got many things that are occurring around us, and we got to just keep in mind, don't take it personal, set no limits. The agenda is unconditional love. I mean, doesn't mean you have to love, oh, I love you. No. Just know that everything has its place and value. No matter if it's an old piece of felt material that once was a piece of spinach for an olive oil Halloween outfit, but it could be, like she said, she was gonna renovate them into something else, like leaves to a rose or something. Everything has its significance to somebody or somebody not. So we got to just use more stuff in a more positive manner. We have to give thanks. We have to have respect for it, even if we agree with it or not. That's the whole thing, is we've had unaccountability, disrespect for most anything in life, unless it's money. Okay, I'm going to go back to the root chakra now. Because the base chakra is the life force chakra. It is the red chakra. Let's see, I think is the color lamb, or is that the orange chakra? It's been a while. It is the root chakra and down to the groin area. There is a chakra that does go, which is the black, down to the earth. And that is one of the most vital connections too, is that you gotta be grounded. You can't get anything else to come through for the activation at Kundalini if you're not grounded. So the root chakra is the basic energy point. But the problem with that is the first 3 chakras are all earthbound. And if you're so content to contemplate, to be contending in this red chakra, fire, aggression, energy force, just on those levels of earth plane, then you're oversexed, you're overfed, you're over-aggressive, and I don't mean over it as in, oh, it's all done, I'm over it. No, you are, your stock. If money is more valuable than love, if material things are more valuable than family, if, having to go out there and conquer is more valuable than sharing, and, if it's the me instead of the we, that's all third dimensional root chakra, okay? And that's where I see a lot of people stuck, because then they get into the poor me, pity me, I'm a victim. No, you're just stuck. Because once you move those energies up where you are meeting your creator source, then the flow that comes down, because you've annihilated the inhibitants by going up to the sky instead of staying down on the ground. And it's not an easy task, and sometimes we actually get it just because the DNA turns on and we're going, woo! I mean, some experiences that I've had, they were out of left field, and I had no clue it was coming. I'm going to tell you a quick story, which is kind of funny, because I hold no secrets. Anyway, I was 40 years old. Okay, I was doing an interesting job for a living. I was in between 2 different shifts of the jobs. I used to always work like 2 to 3 jobs. I was so money hungry. Never really got too far with the money because I kept having everything to be taken out from under me. But that's okay too, because I know how to land soft. Anyway. What the heck year was it? I was 40 anyway, and I'm 55 now, so it was a while ago. Super Bowl weekend. And for some reason, Super Bowl weekend was on a federal holiday. Well, we were in the bar watching the football game, and yes, everybody was drinking. I might have had 1 or 2, or whatever, but I don't drink heavy because I'm usually the one taking care of all the other little stooges. So I try not to, go further than the limits would allow an adult who's accountable and can be responsible to, get that stupid. But I was driving. So we're driving around the neighborhood. Okay, we had a little, and, there was this setup cop waiting. Now the funny thing is the town was separation was 1 street. And instead of turning right, so I wouldn't have those cops that were watching me come to me, I took a left. Even though my spirit said, no, don't turn there. I was pre-warned, I really was, which is even funnier yet. That a lot of times we don't always recognize to hear our own selves telling us to be avoiding whatever circumstances are in front of us. So anyway, I'm not really good caged up in any kind of manner, shape, or form. But as the cop pulls me over, he's suggesting I walk a straight line. Hell, if I'm straight, I can't walk a straight line. I'm just not one of those kinds of individuals to be able to walk a straight line. So he found some contraband and basically busted my ass. Well, takes me to the, process center, right? And this was the first process center. Well, I have to pee, so they have to take a urine test anyway, so here, we'll litmus test your pee. Okay, well, there was pot, no alcohol. Even though they got me for under an influence, it was not alcohol. Because I blew the test thing 3 times triple zeros, okay? So they couldn't get me on that, so they got me for the other substance. Good old ganja, But anyway, and they stole mine. It was really pissing me off. But anyway, I end up in jail. And it's a good thing I had a good lawyer and some friends that were already in there. Because I got real food instead of bologna sandwiches. So anyway, I ended up spending 48 hours in this place. Now, I'm not really good caged up, but I had other people to talk to, and I'm a server, so, I try to help keep them calm and collected and etc. Well, my inner being was like ready to out of body, which I'm amazed I didn't do. But I'm laying on this cold, flippin' hard metal thing, trying to get maybe 2 Z's, right? And all of a sudden, the cosmos opened up, and the whole area around me turned the brightest white that I could not even keep my eyes open. So I knew the universe was there protecting me, and that my oversoul was trying to let me know it's all okay, and, well, they take all your paraphernalia because they don't want your shoelaces to hang yourself while you're in there and other things like that, which is really kind of interesting, but that's okay. So, I might have been like feeling like a caged animal. I might have even acted like it, who knows. But anyway, they had me on suicide watch and everything, and it's like I wouldn't do that. It's just when you don't know what's going on and shit's happening, then you're like, ah. So anyway, I had these great high ankle top blue kicks on, okay? You know what I'm talking about. And I ripped them. They got cut on an item in the jail. There's housed, there's probably like 7 rooms, and there was like 55 women in there. Some were traffic tickets, which they had paid and even had the receipt and still were busted. So if anybody wants to think I trust the authority of society, I think they need to change the channel on their thinking about how I think. But anyway, it doesn't matter at all anyway. But it's so funny that some of the most worst occurrences in your life that your ego thinks, oh my gosh, it's the end of the world. Well, the universe comes in and shows you a different world. I really love life and all its little mysteries for this conscious level where I'm at right now. I mean, seriously, there's more out there than what meets the eye, heart, and mind. And the thing is now is that we're here to try to connect them all, okay? In a good, positive manner. Not control power plays and agendas that make it the me instead of the we, but just to the idea that, oh my gosh, look past the veils. Now, I've had many veils open up to me in my lifetimes and things like that. Oh, this lifetime. Anyway. Where I can actually get the drift to know what the heck is going on, so I can serve and help others so they don't believe that they're actually crazy. And it's been so much fun, but then again I can go back and think about the flippin' bison. I saw a commercial. They're throwing chickens away. Now this was weeks ago when they're killing all poultry because of a virus that they introduced. Life is such an oxymoron and a skullduggery. It's just to the point where duality really is a blessing if you can see both sides, because it is. It's just like, fucked, not fucked, fucked, or not. Just for things that have occurred, okay? Wonder if you could see it. I've got entities and pictures that are just amazing, and when I was way back when, and you might not even be able to see it, but there are things and energies that are just more out of our control than what we would know to do. Can you see that? Can you see that line of static electricity? This house was more than haunted. This house was, oh my gosh. I mean, attacked in my sleep. My children were attacked. There were, besides not just ghosts who died in this house that we weren't told about before we bought it, but there was all kinds of things because this man decided to pull in a lot of those negative energies because he was from Vietnam and had a power play agenda. Boy, that was a hell of a relationship and marriage. Yeah, this one's kind of hard to see. But it's almost in the same area, but not really. But this is the one that's really the coolest yet, and I really wish you could see it. But there are a million, okay, whatever, of etheric things coming through this house. Okay, a little boy died in there, possessed my son. It was an elderly place where older people did, and it was actually one of the Al Capone houses. But that was one heck of experience. I really wish I could get a better, clear picture of that, because they were just coming in throes. I mean, I'm amazing I ain't sleep and got anything done in that life, but I did. I was doing ceramics and cactus and succulent dishes, and had a great business for a while, even had a store at the same time. And good old Walmart takes all the mom and pa businesses, so we can't just survive. You got a good idea, we're gonna steal it from you and then sell it for a lower price. And then guess what? Since America's so hungry to save a dime, then the mom and pa businesses are just like how I lost my restaurants when I had my herb business and other things that were going on. People could not outlay, even if it was something that they needed health-wise, etc. You know, it's just, people have become lazy. Oh, I'll just go buy a bottle of something and it'll help me. Well, it depends. Is it chemically induced, or is it, you know, holistically, organically induced? So it's all just, I know, a dream and an illusion, but we're really manifested here to feel, know, touch, taste, smell, see these occurrences that are going on. Don't have a lot of the answers, but I have a lot of the answers, and you know, we can investigate. That's the best thing about our minds. If we don't know, we can find out. We just have to get rid of the expectations, limitations, judgments, and ideologies that it's supposed to manifest in a certain way. Well, divine right order doesn't do that. The cosmic will of the universe just not really knows how to do that either. So be aware, and beware of anything and everything that just might be occurring. So, let's see, can I show you something before I go? The last bags that were on the agenda, isn't this cute? Where's the handle? We have a handled tote, which turns into a big carry bag that you may tie and put on your shoulder and carry anywhere you like. The size is, well, at this moment I don't know, but it's all hand sewed, very tough bottom, will last a while. Look at the colors. Ooh. Isn't this cool? This is cool. Okay. But this one is also cool. This one is always very fashionable to take with you if you're on a small juncture. You don't need much. It holds a lot, but it doesn't hold too much. It's just a very ginger little peacetime purse. And look what I did for the nail kind of people. Halloween is not just one day. Halloween is every day if we consider what we are and who we're doing. So we would tie that after we filled it with something, make a nice little bow, and we have a handle to carry it with. So if anybody needed trick-or-treating bags, I had a couple. I did sell one of these, so that's really cool. But everything is hand stitched. Whoops, wrong place to be taking that out of. Okay, everything is hand stitched. It's lined, not always the same as the outside and the inside, but this one is. Handle can go in, and there's that one. The next one is just a little bit bigger, but the same idea. And is this my favorite one? Yeah. This one has handles. It doesn't just have a single handle. It has grab handles. And then you would tie it together. Now that's another nice big one in case you need it. I haven't yet put in interior pockets because the stitching outside here would look bad. So if I ever figure that part out, I will. But you know, these things really hold a lot. I don't know that it would hold my notebook, but I haven't tried it yet. I don't know that I will. But anyway, all these are on my Facebook account. And a whole bunch more. This is the next one. It'll be dragons and spiderwebs. But anyway. Okay. That's about what I wanted to do, is try to share the buffalo story. May we all pray in good health. May we pray for the whole, not the one. And just share the joy, love, peace, and bubbles that are going on. I mean, should I blow bubbles? Because I'm always talking bubbles, but nobody realizes how I really am a bubble person. I don't want to do too much in here because of my computer, but a bubble. No, I ain't going. Here you go, bubbles. Hello, bubbles. It's all a bubble of a dream, people. So, as things are, as they may be, as we create them, peace, love, joy, out.